Lads, so you gotta know a sequence of numbers. They're what's called cubic numbers. 1 cubed, 2 cubed, 3 cubed, 4 cubed, 5 cubed. Okay? And it's going to be 1, 27, 64, 125. If you aren't sure, so for example, the number 729, if you're not sure if that's a cube or not, there's a button to tell you. Okay? The button to tell you. Do you see the button above the square root sign? This button here means what number when multiplied 3 times will give you this number here. So I'll do 729 and we find out that the answer is 9. This means that 9 cubed is 729. You happy enough with that? Now, what you're going to get is factorized questions, okay? And these factorized questions are going to come in the form of, I don't know, we'll go for, I'll make up my own ones here, right? So look, 729 minus y cubed. And they're going to ask you to factorize that. Now, any idea how to factorize this? Okay, what is 729 again? 9 cubed and y cubed. It's a minus question. 1 cube minus another cube. You use this equation here. Instead of a, we're going to have what? 9. And instead of b, y. What's 9 squared? A squared is 9 squared. So what's 9 squared? 81. 9 times y, 9y, and then b squared at the end is going to be y squared, and you're done. It's that easy. You got it? I'll do one other one. Okay. The next one I'm doing is going to be, I'll just keep that there for a minute. So the next one I'm going to do is going to be a adding one. Okay, so we're going to be adding stuff together. So, example would be question 20. Okay, now in question 20, you have 1000x cubed. So let's put 20 there. You have a 20x cubed plus y cubed. Can anybody tell me what is 1000x cubed? If I was to put it like this, what would go in here? 10 is definitely there. You could also try the, see this cube root button? You try cube root of 1000. 10 is most definitely there. What else needs to be in here? X. Why is X in there? Because 10x by 10x by 10x equals 1000 x cubed. That number multiplied by itself 3 times gives you 1000 x cubed. Do you got it? So, okay, so at the moment this is what we have. Which formula should we use this time? Top one. And basically A is going to be 10x and B is going to be y. So it's going to be 10x plus y followed by a squared. Anybody? 100 what? 100x squared, yeah. And then 10x times y minus 10x y, and then b squared, y squared. Okay, that's your first bit of honours level leaving cert material. Not that bad, right? Okay. So, yes, okay. So this question here is one number on the top, one number on the bottom, one number on top, one number on the bottom, and it's a divided by. What happened in the past, in first year, when I asked you to divide 3/5 by, I don't know, half? What happened then? What did you used to do? Okay? You now use the calculator and you forgot all about fractions, right? You turn the second one, the second fraction gets turned upside down and it gets multiplied. So this is the same question as 3/5 multiplied by 2 over 1. Does everybody remember that now? Okay, this question is no different. It's a fraction divided by another fraction. So in a fraction divided by another fraction, what you got to do is you turn the second one upside down. And now we're going to have x squared minus 5 all over x, y plus 5y. Now that you've done that, can anybody tell me what you need to do next? We're going to reference number this one. We're going to get x plus 3 and x plus 5. Everybody knows how to do a reference number, right? What about this one here? X squared minus 3 squared, x plus 3, x minus 3. What about this part here? X squared minus, is that x, am I missing something there? 5x. What can I take out of these two? X into x minus 5. And what about the bottom? The bottom, guys? Y into x plus 5. Now, if everything is getting multiplied on the top and everything is getting multiplied on the bottom, what you're allowed to do is you're allowed to cross them off. An example would be when you were in first year, you might have had a question like this. Now, what would have happened in a question like this was you would have said, 3 divided by 3 cancels, 7 divided by 7 cancels, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. You're allowed to do that provided it's multiplication. Do you understand? If I put a plus in here, are you allowed to do that anymore? No, you have to get a lowest common denominator. Do you remember doing the lowest common denominator? Okay, that's what you have to do. So in this question, are we allowed to strike them off? Am I allowed, for example, strike off this one and this one? Am I? Why? It's multiplying. Everything's multiply and everything's multiply. Okay, and what about the next one? The x plus 3's cancel. And what's our answer then? Answer, anybody? X bracket x minus 5 divided by y bracket x minus 3. That's your answer. Okay. So guys, just a quick one on the question. That's actually a 3x. So that's a 3x there and a 3 there. And that makes that a 3. Now what about the x minus 3 and x minus 3? They now cancel and the answer is x over y. Okay. Sorry guys. 29. It's very much like the reference number, okay? So we'll have something like this. Factorize. We're going to have AB plus AC. I'm going to do part 4. Or am I? Yeah. Minus 2B minus 2C. Just double check that. Have it taken down properly. Yes. Anybody remember how to do this? Sorry? Take out A and you get B plus C. Take out and you get. And then what's the answer? A minus 2 and B plus C. You happy enough with that? Now, the harder version of that question was when you jumble them around. So an example would be part 8. Does anybody remember what you have to do when you're doing part 8? It'd be something like this. Does anybody in the class have an idea how to go about doing this one here? So at the moment you can't take anything out of the bottom, can't you now? So suggest a move for me. What did you say you want to move? Move bn to 4 minus 5b. Okay, so replace the bn. Now see the plus, yeah? The plus belongs to the bn and the minus belongs to the 5b. Okay, then what? Sorry? Take out an n and we get? And the next part? Into? A plus b. And then James, to finish off? Donnelly?
N minus 5a plus b.
Well done. Okay, and that's considered a very difficult higher level German set question, right? That's considered very difficult. Okay? you have to change it around and then do them. Now, the last one we have to do, we still have actually 3 minutes there. The last type we have to do is number 33. Okay, now if you look at number 33, okay, what we have on 33 is that it's basically, what you have on 33 is that it's basically a lot of factorising. Okay, so I'll give you an example of what I'm going to do with this one here. Okay, so this is going to be 33 part 5. Now lads, can anybody tell me how to do 33 part 5? Anybody have an idea? Sorry? Change the 8 to 2 cubed. You use formula number 1, yeah? Do you see it? Oh, formula 1, yeah? And then it's going to be n plus 2 brackets n squared minus 2n plus, because a is n and b is 2, all over 4, and so that's an n plus 2 on the bottom. And then what cancels out? N plus 2's, okay? And that's what you're left with. Alright guys, so for